The trailer has arrived. Let's go.
Be on the tee.
Hello, everybody,
Woo.
and welcome to Beyond the Screen. You're witnessing our very first trailer special. We have officially separated the trailer segment from the main show after we had done some digging, and by we I mean Jake, completely Jake, all Jake. Separated out in our numbers and discovered that almost 40% of our viewers show up for the trailer segment alone. They search trailer reviews or trailer reactions, and the big thing is that's how they find us. So instead of, making them wait, we decided to streamline that process and make it its own segment that we can talk about, its own special that we can talk about and do the whole nine. So here we are. We have 3 brand new trailers for you guys today. Those include Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Scream 7, and the official trailer for Season 5 of Stranger Things. I do have a quick question before we hop into that. Do we think that the drama that we discussed a little bit yesterday, and I don't want to go into that in depth, but I do have a question broader, in more of a broad look. Do we think that will overshadow the season at all?
I think people are already fatigued regardless.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, I hate to say this, it might help it a little bit just to see people want to see how they acted together, see if there's a difference maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that Stranger Things, people are making fun of it for being over 10 years.
Yeah. For 5 seasons.
In the making of, for 5 seasons, and everybody just kind of Jesus Christ, let them grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do other things, or I don't know. So I think Stranger Things fatigue after the second season, it kind of just fell off. And so maybe after the 3rd season, but it started getting not good after the 3rd. I feel like the hype fell off after the 2nd season.
Yeah.
But
so should we
anyway,
start then?
That's my take.
Should we talked about Stranger Things. Should we start with Stranger Things?
We can. Sure.
All right. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment, ladies and gentlemen, and you will see us after this quick cut.
We're really starting to lose it. Being stuck in here, no end in sight. Maybe tonight is our break. We find Vecna. We end this once and for all. Together. Forever.
This isn't like one of your campaigns. You don't get to write the ending. Not this time.
He's planning to end our world. And he's not gonna stop until we're trained of every last ounce of suffering.
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true to our friends.
Whatever this blood means, I need you to fight one last time. William, you are going to help me. One last time.
Whoa.
So, okay. I have a confession to make.
I hope you guys can hear that because I can't.
Oh, can you not? It was pretty
I don't know,
quiet.
it was very quiet.
It
for
was
me.
pretty quiet. I'll boost that up later. But the point is,
Okay.
I know nothing. So I have a confession.
Uh-oh.
I'm not caught up. I'm just not.
Jesus,
I'm
me neither.
sorry. I know. He said me neither. I'm gonna be so for real with you. It just did not necessarily interest me after season 3.
What'd I say? Was I accurate?
Pretty accurate.
I said that.
You did.
I said after 2, hype fell off, and after 3, It just wasn't that good.
No, that's
anymore.
exactly what you said. And I don't know. I thought Vecna was like done. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, that he's back.
Well, yeah. Somehow.
He returned. I don't want to just take the ignorant approach or the ignorance approach, right? Just be like, I don't know, it's dumb, because that we could easily do that. However,
Yeah. So Vecna returns.
Somehow.
And there is something with Will, right?
Mhm.
Now I've seen talks that we finally get to figure out what is the significance of this squeamish boy,
Mhm.
who's now a grown man, by the way.
Right.
Can't knock that out of the park enough that all these people are definitely in their
Adults.
early 20s like us.
Yeah.
So but we finally get to figure out the significance of Will and Vecna, and it definitely alludes to that. Not a lot of spoilers. I mean, it kind of doesn't. I mean, it goes through the sequence of events and like the climax, and then but there's not really any whys. It's just like, here's where everybody's at. This is a good like recap, I guess, or the build up to it. Not necessarily a recap, but like, this is where everybody is. This is the threat,
Mhm.
and he gonna use Will somehow. It felt like at the beginning I couldn't help but think that it was very cheesy, I guess. Right? Like,
Yeah.
did you get that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, again, we talk about like there's one thing in particular that really like hits home the idea that again these are adults. There's a poster where they're on their bikes, like riding like they have every season, and
Yeah.
that cringe, like it made me feel cringy. Like, okay, but secondarily, I don't know. It just does feel like it's forcing. But again, I think that's because that's like what they want you to feel in the trailer, right? Like this is just trying to promote hype. So I feel like they're going to force that down your throat. They did say like for one final time, but as if they're not doing like spin-offs and Broadway shows and animated sequels and all this stuff. So it's really not
Right.
the end. It's just the end for these characters. Also, Vecna has
So-
the Force apparently.
Well, he's always been able to move things with his mind, but I
Mm.
thought that was local to his realm,
Yeah.
and apparently it is not. He is a 11 esque. I mean, they are from the same facility,
Right,
right?
right, right.
That was the whole, and so they would be the two most powerful, I would assume, or the ones that had survived. They alluded to that in a separate episode that there were others like L, right? L now.
Yes.
And so then I felt like they didn't explore that.
They
Is that
gave
am
up.
I mistaken?
They gave up.
They gave up on that.
I don't know. I'm saying that more or less just to be facetious, but it does feel kind of like
Yeah.
I'm not like I never was really on the Stranger Things bandwagon. Like I kind of like I turned it on because I was intrigued by what the hype was, and season 1 was good, like really good. Season 2 was okay.
Yeah.
And again, exactly how you described, I just didn't feel like it had the same prowess. I think it took too long. I think once I got caught up after season 2 and everyone was hype about season 3, I kind of watched season 3 and I was like, this was not worth a 2-year wait.
Right.
Like,
I don't think it was. I think they sat on it too long.
yeah.
And you probably could have ended it at 4 if you had rewritten it a little bit.
Yeah.
And
But
like,
money,
that's
money.
yeah, money, I guess.
Shmoney.
So we do see that like now the town is under military control. And
Mhm.
we've got some new players in this as well. So Stranger Things season, see what IMDb. I saw one lady who was a bit older,
Mhm.
who seemed like she was a boss lady, seemed like she was a big contender,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Stranger Things. Let's see if she's even in the top few. Probably not. Yeah, I don't. Does it go by seasons? Anyway,
Yep.
I can't find a list of cast because there's been so many. Just for this singular season. All my S's. Anyway, do you have anything else besides like, I don't know.
Each
We'll
episode's
see.
like an hour something long, like or 2
Oh,
hours. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be like every episode's like a movie with the finale being in theaters, right?
Right. Yeah, that was the I was like, "Oh, I know we're forgetting something,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So will we see? I guess that final episode do crazy numbers in the box office then?
I feel like enough people care. I really do.
It's gonna be top 5,
Yeah, yeah.
but is it gonna knock it out? Like,
I really think it depends on how well the rest of the season is taken. If we get to episode 4 and people are like, "This is dumb," like if it takes a Game of Thrones route,
yeah.
then no.
Well, New Year's Eve is the slated release, which is, you know what day that is?
And
Oh, Wednesday.
midweek.
Yeah. So probably not looking good for box office. They chose to do midweek for a reason, I
Mhm.
suppose, but just to say they got the New Year's Eve release date, I guess, but I don't know. Like, I'm not,
It's got to run through the whole weekend.
that's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing, though.
No.
Right?
No, are you kidding me? On a weekday, like it's I'm off of work. I'm not like I might go see a movie, but I'm not gonna go watch season 5, the season finale or the series finale. You know what I mean?
Right. But I mean, of all holidays, right? To release a movie, I just feel like people are not seeing movies on New Year's Eve. Like, if I had to choose a holiday, it is not that one
Yeah,
that I want to release a movie.
yeah,
I feel like people would rather be elsewhere. Now there are other weekends that 100% Christmas, like Christmas movies, like Halloween. I mean, not this year, but thrillers and slashers. E- Easter, bunny
Easter,
movies.
the bunny
No,
movie.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just feel like New Year's Eve is not an ideal, like that's not where I want to be.
yeah,
Hell, most of the time, like people either don't celebrate, they just go to bed, or they're at home watching the ball drop on the TV, or they're out, right,
yeah.
celebrating at a party.
That is kind of like you're right. That is like of all the holidays, that's an odd one to release.
Yeah, because like I don't, but to be fair, I mean, there might be one or two showings that late anyway. So like maybe you start your night out watching Stranger Things and then you rip on it for the rest of the 3 hours you're out at a party.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can
But
you imagine being that guy going to a like a New Year's Eve party and you're like, guys, Stranger
just
Things.
watch this.
It's like you're there from
Yeah.
8 to midnight and you just nonstop. Get out of my
Dude, one
house.
function at a time. I'm like a single thing that night kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like I am going out to a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah.
I am not a go see a hour-long movie of a TV show finale,
Yeah.
then go to a party for the next 2 hours. I don't know. That's just me though. I'm sure there's people who would like stack up since and they'll go out at lunch, have lunch, and they'll hang out with the friends. Maybe
It's the last day of the
pregame, go
year.
watch a
Let's do the whole
movie.
day. Yeah.
on a
Don't.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
No. Yeah.
My social battery is shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we'll probably end up talking about it in the main episode for sure.
Oh yeah. We'll
But
definitely be
I don't
referring to
think
it.
we're gonna tally up the box office winnings
The end of this.
because of the midweek.
Yeah. No, most definitely not. Unless it goes through. So this is where this could be a number one is if Stranger Things, the last episode, releases on a Wednesday, but it's a full weekend. So it's a huge 5-day extended weekend for it.
Yeah.
Then it'll pull in bukus of money. But I just don't know if it'll stay in theaters that long. Could it? Very, very possibly. But it's being touted as
Anime didn't.
Yeah, it's being touted as New Year's Day. So as we have proved time and time again, we don't know. We don't know. Anywho, we ready for
Do we know?
we ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, so we're going back on track, ladies and gentlemen. The very next one we have is Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Did you think we abandoned you? Or that we'd run out of magic? Well, think again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 10 years since the Horseman last appeared. It is very good to be back.
Still got it.
We have 3 days to prepare a trick. Bigger and better than anything you have ever seen. It's a 10 million to 1 shot.
Those are my kind of odds.
Bring down 2 generations of criminals with a single sleight of hand.
I mean, I have kind of missed running for my life and jumping off roofs with you guys.
It's good to have you back.
I'm really looking forward to taking you down.
Diamonds are forever.
Up is down. Left is right.
Whoa.
It's nothing.
He's basically a computer full of useless information. Magicians are entertainers, not superheroes.
Why can't we be both?
And sleep. Not everyone's susceptible.
Y'all gonna text that?
Fellas, y'all go text that? That's such a funny question because it is true. I almost, when the number flashed across the screen, I did have an instinct to be like, no, wait, to like not show that just out of instinct of like doxing. But I was like, wait, this is a movie trailer. I'm okay. So no, but
It
I
actually is Ryan's number. Call it.
no, I do have like a tidbit for this in the sense of, I think that if this film hits, the Now You See Me franchise can go down as one of the most underrated, like one of the most flawless trilogies ever. Like, and I'm not saying like it's gonna go up there with like the original Star Wars. I'm not arguing that they're some of the best films of all time, but in terms of a story's pacing, and there's not one film in the franchise that's like you can say, probably like, that's subpar. If this one hits and it's on the same level as 1 and 2, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, if it performs, will put the Now You See Me franchise for me in the story of the Four Horsemen into that kind of that like the top echelon of like franchises.
Heist movie.
Yes. Well, I mean, honestly, like I know heist movies is like the genre, but I'm serious. Like when you talk about if this film is as good as it is, if you talk about trilogies, have you seen the first 2?
I've seen the first one. I thought this was number 2.
No,
so
this is
I'm
3.
very out of date. I missed that one then.
Let me double check.
I do attribute them to an Ocean's style.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more, I guess, whimsical.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I would say that most all of what they do has a logical reasoning behind the trick, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas like Ocean's, I don't know, it's straightforward. Like this definitely happens, could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I feel like the tricks, even though they might be able to be explained, are a little bit more whimsical in nature and a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right. But
yeah, like it's obvious that like this is very Hollywood, right? Like all the tricks are Hollywood, but it's also like I remember where I was when in the first one when they do the bank heist.
Yeah.
When they make out of that French bank. And I remember being like, whoa, because like they're showing you how they did it. Like they're showing, or well, not necessarily, but like it has that groundedness of like a real life magician in how they present themselves. Obviously, like there's that scene where they're like also like moving the deck or like the card past security, like all together.
Yeah.
Obviously, like that's just not possible. But it's like the way that it's presented, it does feel like a magic trick. But in the sense of like, not that it's actual magic, it feels like the way that magic is done in real life, like sleight of hand. Like it feel like it like for as someone who is not of the skill set to do sleight of hand and like what is like stage magic, it feels like I'm getting a peek behind the curtain of what it probably like what my imagination wants to imagine it is in reality. So
let's see, I have some cards, right?
no,
Yeah,
do it right now.
do it.
Yes,
I don't know anything either. Think I know anything?
you presented that like you had tricks.
I don't.
I have cards here. Oh yeah, 52 card pickup, huh?
See? I could be in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick these up later. I did it for the thumbnail.
Yeah, that thumbnail is gonna be great. Watching those cards fly.
That's why you guys clicked, right?
Yeah.
Right?
To watch the thumbnail.
So, I guess we could actually talk about what we saw.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So they're coming back together. Because I have not seen number 2, I'm gonna have to rely on Ryan. Why are they coming back together?
Well, they just kind of like I don't want to spoil the sequel because it's not it's not quite a decade old yet, and I actually want people when I say like
Is that the threshold? Is a decade?
well, it's not like that, but it's more like because this is still really relevant and still kind of new. I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil it for those who could potentially be watching. Like if this was like Star Wars, right? Like it's like okay, come on. But I will say like where where there's so much renewed hype for the franchise, I'm not really going to explain very much in terms of the story. But again, I'm just gonna actually, you know what? Anything I say, I feel like will spoil it. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. Just go watch it.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
It's not that bad, but I just worry that I'm gonna start on a ramble and I'm just gonna give away more and more. So I'd rather just not because I
Gotcha.
really think you should watch both.
So there was a director change. Am I wrong? Do you know anything
I
about
do not.
the
Tell me about the drama
possible?
for Now You See
So
Me 3.
the director change, I believe, is I believe Ruben Fleischer
Mm-hmm.
has taken. So he's done Venom, Uncharted, and Zombieland.
Yeah.
As he's taking the helm for this third one. I am unsure. So Now You See Me 2 and 1. Here, I'm pulling them up. John M. Chu was number 2.
Wicked director.
And I'm gonna say Louis, or it could be Louis Leterrier.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds French, so it might be Louis. Yeah, French film director. So he was number 1. I really enjoyed that one. I might have seen parts of 2. Was 2 where they had broken in to that with the card, moving it around and doing the
Yes.
wave with his arm? Okay, so I did see that scene, and so that was a John M. Chu one. And now we are with a Ruben Fleischer. I don't know the significance of that or why, but what do you
So
know about Ruben?
I'm watching before I get on to I want to look up his filmography before we get into too in deep. I'm looking at the overviews for Now You See Me 2, and I'm realizing that maybe I have really a hot take on my hands here because Rotten Tomatoes has a 34%, which is very low. Now the IMDb is 6.5 out of 10, and the Letterboxd is 3 out of 5, so both of those are okay. But I'm shocked that it wasn't rated higher. The returning cast of Now You See Me 1 did return for 2, obviously, but I'm shocked that it's it's not as highly rated as I would have expected it to be. So Ruben Fleischer, I mean, just quickly looking at his filmography, I was not super familiar with him, but he did both the Zombieland. So he's a longtime collaborator of Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, 3 films. This is his 4th film with the guy. That I'm kind of like just quickly like running over. Oh yeah, was this your card?
Sorry, yeah,
No,
the Joker.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but so he did Zombieland, Now You See Me, the new one, Zombieland Double Tap, which was the sequel. He did Uncharted, Gangster Squad, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and 30 Minutes or Less, which also had Jesse Eisenberg, from what I can tell.
Gotcha. So I do see a Now You See Me 4 in development right now, waiting on this movie to do good.
Where you see that? I can't believe that.
IMDb straight up says it's in development.
I feel like you know what though? Now that you say that, I feel like there is an opportunity for that simply because when you look at the cast of Now You See Me, Now You Don't, they obviously have like the youthful, like the 4 Horsemen. Justice Smith was someone who I wanted to point out was that dude is fantastic in anything he does. I saw the TV Glow. He was in that this year, and then he was also in another very underrated film, the D&D film. He was the mage in the D&D film, and he did very well in that. I feel like Justice Smith, anything he touches is fantastic. So I look forward to seeing how that goes. He was also Detective Pikachu for those who care about that one.
He was in Jurassic World Dominion as well.
Yes. He's got a pretty good like filmography track record.
He's racking up the big names for sure.
Yeah.
He was in the other Jurassic World as well.
Yeah.
Before that.
I feel like it's easy if they want a 4, you bring back, because I don't think Morgan Freeman would come back. I don't think Mark Ruffalo would come back for a 4th, but like you bring back like 2 of the 4.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have like a fourth, if there was a story to be told after this, if that's what people want. I kind of just want it to end with the Four Horsemen, though, personally.
Yeah, well, because there's 4, they have to make 4 movies. That's why. Yeah. Um, can you do you think that this is going to be on the same level now that you know that
Uh,
2 was not well received by critics?
I still think that I'm again going by just my personal opinion. I love 2. I think that 2 was it better than 1? No, but I still think it was great. I will still hold it in regards as to if 3 is as good as 1 or in between 1 and 2, this will go down as one of the best trilogies, most underrated trilogies in my opinion.
And is it good because like you're marveling at the tricks and the
Not just the special effects, but the whole, like, I love the Catch Me If You Can style of thriller. I love the mystery behind it because there was also, like, you were watching the tricks happen. The inner turmoil between the 4 members as they're trying to make with the heist, right? As they're being chased by Mark Ruffalo, as all this is going down, like, and then on top of it, you have these amazing tricks that really did have you going, how? Like, and you know it's a movie, like. That's I always kind of reserve like a special place in my heart for films that double that if regardless of what you know, like common sense will tell you the good guy will win. You know there will be a resolution. Like this character has to be safe. If you watch a film and you're like, I know it's Hollywood. Like they can make anything look good if they had enough money and enough of creative like juice flowing. If they despite time, despite that. If they can make you go, how is this character going to survive this? I don't know. Or they can make you go, how did they do that? Because the effect was so... And I felt like that the entire time watching Now You See Me, both of the Now You See Me's. So for me, that's why it's like, 1, I think the story was... Now, again, was the second one as good as the first? No. But I felt like the story was fun. I felt like it was making me question, like, okay, like, where's this going to go? And then on top of it, you're pointing out the CGI and you're talking about these effects. It was... Like, how are they doing this? Like, that's sick. So again, if the third one, to be honest, like if the third one was just special effects and had a bad story, it would be a letdown, but I'd still be like fun. You know what I mean? Like I'd still
Fun.
be,
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy.
And how it...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, how it... I always love a movie that will go back and tell you how they did it.
Yeah.
Something about it's like, yeah, we won. And they're like... Darn it! How'd you do it?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then they go through the whole sequence of the final scene, but from the back end.
Yeah.
And you get to see how that trick worked out. Like I'm sure we're gonna figure out how they blew up the diamond in the trailer that we saw, and then all of a sudden he has it. Like I'm sure we're gonna see that, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what excites me the most. And I know that might be like, oh, you ruined it. Never ask a magician is how he did it or whatever. But like, like they did it in Oceans too. I thought not Oceans 2, but like they did it in Ocean in the Ocean
as
movies.
well.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. They do that every time, and I'm here for it. I'm sat. So I'll probably be catching up on number 2, so I can watch 3.
I think me and you have a very similar style of like love. Like I'm not trying to argue again. I said this from the jump because now that I realize that it's going to be hot, I know that if this gets any traction, people are going to be like, ah! I wasn't saying it belongs with the best trilogies of all time.
Roast them in the comments.
I'm just saying it will go down as one of the most underrated trilogies of all time. Like it should be up there with one of the never mind. Anyway, our next
This guy talking about
in final yeah. This guy talk too much. Our last trailer of the day is Scream 7.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Oh, that's so cool. It's a motion detector.
Hello?
Hello, Sydney.
Sure know a lot about me for another asshole hiding behind a voice changer.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney. Not this time.
Down to the end.
I want to be a fighter, like you. If you hurt her.
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
Let's unmask this fucker.
All your friends died for just being near you.
Where is my daughter?
Tatum, listen to me.
He's trying to find another way in. We're gonna do this together. You're gonna have to shoot him through the wall.
Where?
To the right of the door. Shoot him now! Do it now!
Oh, you got him. He's dead.
You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother!
This is gonna be fun.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that was about a minute too long. I could have done like, I don't know. I feel like it got really cheesy at the end. It had me like for a little bit, and then it was like, okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinions about this one.
Yeah, you should, because you've seen all of them, and I have not.
So this is the first one, and I won't go into now. Now this one's so different than Now You See Me, because this is not a traditional sequel to the last one. If this was what was originally planned with Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, I would be like, I'm not saying anything, go watch it. But because now we're so far removed from that, because Melissa Barrera got fired for saying like pro-Palestinian, like whatever, like a year and a half ago. She got fired by Spyglass, and I don't remember who the other production house is or the distributor. They freaked out is what happened, and they fired her. And then Jenna Ortega left. So what was like a pretty good first two films in the new age of the Scream franchise, which was Scream 5 and 6, we now are kind of throwing a curveball. So long story short, for those who don't know, the way that the original story for what is the Scream 7 was going to be like the end of a new trilogy, and 7 was going to go deeper into how Melissa Barrera's character, whose name was Sam Carpenter, she is the daughter of Billy Loomis, who was one of the original killers in the original Scream. And so you saw as she's being like tormented and egged on by these these people who have kind of psychotically grown to love the Scream franchise, right? Or not the Scream, they call it something different within the franchise. I don't remember what they call it. But how familiar are you with Scream, Jake?
I've seen the first one.
Okay. So you know it's very meta. Like that's the whole point. It was made originally to make fun of the horror slasher genre.
Yeah.
The way that the rest of the story takes place is that like the events of Scream 1, the rest of the world became enamored with it, and they made in-world horror films like the Scream movie, but they called it something different, and that is like how a lot of these things happen. So the franchise in the universe of Scream has inspired a bunch of new killers, and that's like why we keep seeing new people in the mask, right? So people came to idolize Billy Loomis, and then they were like, oh, Sam Carpenter, they figured out somehow, I forget how, that she was his daughter, and they try to egg her on, and she eventually is like, you know what? I'm gonna let my dad come out. She like kills them, but then she's like, I'm not putting on the mask, and she like throws it away or whatever. And then there's like a whole thing of like, it's like a conclusion, but like you see Jenna Ortega and Sam Carpenter, who is again Melissa Barrera, or Jenna Ortega's Tara Carpenter, they're sisters, but they're half sisters. So Tara Carpenter is not Billy Loomis's daughter. But you didn't know that in Scream 5. But anyway, they like walk off into the sunset together, and there's like kind of a hint that there was going to be more, but that like she's still battling her inner demons as the daughter of this psychopath who she sees randomly. She has just a straight up mental illness. Like she's seeing this guy everywhere, Like her dead dad who she never saw, is like, you gotta kill people, Sam, and she's like, no, until she does.
In the costume or as
No,
straight
just
up?
as himself, just as Billy Loomis. Yeah. So anyway, the reason I tell you that is because that is not what's happened. Because Melissa Barrera got fired, and now they said Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell, save us, please. That's the original two of the original cast from like Scream 1.
Mhm.
And there's also talks that Matthew Lillard's going to be back. I do not know how, because if you've seen Scream 1,
Right.
he dies. So I don't know. But I will say, where this is intriguing, I love the idea of a more ruthless version of Screamface, or like of Ghostface. I love that he is a little bit more like, hey, like, because before it's all about the game, and now this
Right.
isn't, and I like that kind of that twist. Excuse me. Sorry, but yeah, I do like that change of that character a little bit. That this is that each iteration of Ghostface is a different person, so they should act differently, and they don't always. So I like that there is a difference in the character, but I worry, and where I worry, and you said it, it goes a minute too long, and in that minute too long, something that worries me greatly is the fact that it feels like it's taking itself too seriously. The whole point of the franchise is to be a little spooky, be a little gory because it's a slasher, but it's meant to be meta. It's meant to poke fun. It's meant to be like yes, again, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to get the thrill kills and you're supposed to get the spooks, but it's meant to be like kind of out there. And that's what the last two were like. Was they had the perfect line between commentary on the genre, the goofiness of the understanding and borderline fourth wall breaking like nature of the characters, and then the fact that it was still a traditional horror. This, man, it almost feels like it leans way too heavy into the serious factor, right?
So, I mean, and this is just a trailer. It might not actually be like that. But I don't know. I didn't really get that it was making fun of anything. Like it definitely seemed like it was trying to be I don't know, right? Trying to be itself, and how this is a killer that you need to fear, like a Jason or a um Michael Myers, right? Like I feel like that's what I got, especially at the end where he burns the house down or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference is that like Scream or Ghostface is not like, he's not like a paranormal pseudo invincible character like Michael Myers or Jason. He's just a guy. He's always been just a guy.
It's just a guy.
Or whoever's behind the mask is literally just a person.
It's just Shaggy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just Shaggy.
But I don't know.
Anyway.
What happened in this trailer is essentially a new Ghostface shows up, attacks Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell has a daughter who wants to be brave like her mom. And that's it. Like that's really what we've seen. That's kind of the gist of what we got. Like we got a couple of claustrophobic moments where they're being hunted. You have the daughter shooting the mom. Or the mom. The mom guiding the daughter to shoot Ghostface. Sorry, excuse me.
Now, I mean, now that you do bring me back to it, is there are some tropes where they're like going through the wall and then he's stabbing the wall. Like,
Yeah.
we knew that was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And then the shooting through the wall because somebody's got a camera. That's been done before.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on a wall, something's going through it.
Expect to be stabbed.
Expect to like be shuffling through it and then be found out.
Yeah.
And then be able to dodge in that tight space and move fast. And it always amazes me that whoever's on the outside of the wall cannot for the life of them lead their shot.
And well, what's even better is that it's like they stab like 17 times and not one makes contact ever. And so there is a scene in particular that like, because like these can get very gory, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but it's like the thing about Ghostface is that it's almost like it hits upon what is that term where it's like uncanny valley. Like it almost is that point to where it's like there are a lot of times where characters don't realize what it is, or they're like, stop screwing around, right? And like, I think that's where the beauty is because even the characters within the franchise, regardless of how many people have died, they don't take it seriously.
No.
Unlike in some other franchises, like they see Jason for the first time, and maybe one jock is like, oh, and whatever, and then it's over, right? Then it's everyone screaming and running. But like there was a scene in Scream 5 where the dude who is in 13 Reasons Why, he's blonde-headed in this movie, in Scream 5, his death was so gory, but it added to it. Like the pit in your stomach when everyone knew what was happening, right? On top of we have to survive. They're doing this like a horror movie, like they did with the original Scream. I don't know. I felt like it just Scream 5 and then as an extension Scream 6 hit all the right notes, which is why it took so long, because Scream 3 and 4 kind of fell off of what Scream 1 and 2 did, which is why between 4 and 5 it took 10 years before they came back to it, because they had to let it breathe and come back to what it was originally. I fear this is getting back to what Scream 3 and 4 were like.
What about 2?
Scream 2 is pretty good. I really like Scream 2. Scream 1 and Scream 2 are very, like, they're obviously Scream is Scream, but
So, of these 3 trailers we've shown today, what are you most excited for?
well, not Stranger Things.
Well, okay.
Shockingly, I'm sorry. This is actually
You don't want to spend your New Year's Eve
no. It's actually a
figuring
toss-up.
out the David Harbour and
I will watch just to see how they are on screen. I'm plastered. that
I can tell he's bullying.
Yeah. But
Oh my god.
in all seriousness,
Not funny. Not funny.
we're not making fun of the situation. I'm just trying to say I'm not going to be there. To be honest with you, I'm kind of into seeing how Scream does. While I have my worries, I don't know. I feel like I've just got hindsight, like recency bias, because like I'm very much into Now You See Me, but now that I've talked in depth about Scream, I'm like, I don't know. Good question. I'm gonna reluctantly say Scream, but give me an hour and I'll probably flip.
I'm 100% not with Scream. I am with Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Yeah. Neither of them, man. I was like, of all 3, that was probably the best one. And so I can't wait for the reveal or I guess the build up to the reveal, but like I can't wait for all the special effects. Like you said, if there's no story and they had special effects, I'll still be like, whoa. It's like you and watching a Transformers movie.
I was gonna make that joke earlier, daggone it. I decided not to. That's so funny. Big truck.
Yeah, now he's big man. Big man. Dude, Ryan is sad. He doesn't care what they're talking about, man. Just giant robot. Now car. Now robot. Oh, the 2 fighting.
Whoa. Yeah.
He's in.
Locked in. I've told you about my love for kaiju films too. Like I have a type. I like giant. Give me Godzilla.
Type he likes.
Give me Godzilla. Give me Optimus Prime, and I'm just like, my autism screams
Dude,
from
when Mecha Godzilla was revealed, dude, he was freaking out.
7-year-old me when I learned there was a robot Godzilla. No, could not contain myself.
So yeah, which we've got some right. Transformers. Michael Bay's back, so you'll get your fill.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
That's after Skibbity Toilet.
I think he backed out of that, but I don't know.
No way.
I think we.
I missed that.
I think he backed out of it. I don't know. I feel like we talked a little bit about it, but I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. As he needs to cough.
Yeah,
folks.
I'm
He's still
sorry.
a little sickly.
I'm battling.
It feels like a Monday. He's. You ever heard of a board stretcher? Well, this is a week stretcher.
Yeah.
Us doing this on a Tuesday makes me feel like this is a Monday. But we appreciate you guys supporting this new, I guess, edition of Beyond the Screen.
Yeah, Beyond the Trailer. Beyond the teaser. No, so be patient with us. We're still finding our flow and how we want this to kind of format. It's not quite like a review where we can just hop in and just start talking about story and our favorite aspects. We're kind of winging it, guys. I hate to break it to you, but we definitely be winging it here. So
I mean, we can come back with more formatting and things like that.
of
if we think
course.
we need it. But yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if we're completely awful at this and we were completely wrong to do this. Or if you don't watch and you're not watching right now, then I guess I won't know.
Somehow that clip gets everywhere. Like, no, I'm not. I will not.
Not watching.
Somehow, if you're
I
not
actually
watching,
skipped to this very moment just to hear you say that, and I'm going to click off.
that's a view.
Hey,
That's it.
gotcha.
Ha, ha, got him. Ha.
All
Anyway,
right, get out of here.
yeah, show's over. Goodbye. We'll see you guys on Monday, but
Monday.
a week after next will be our next trailer review. Goodbye.